Hey Study Squad, it's me Anjy. I hope you're having a wonderful 1st of January wherever you are. This video is on how to optimize your first year of GCSE. Schools start in year 9, some schools start in year 10. I started in year 9. I am so grateful. I don't know how people do it when they start in year 10, because literally at the end of Christmas I finished a bunch of subjects, like all the course content, and we're about to finish with the rest of our subjects, and it's like, props to you. Like, I know you don't have a say in whether your school start in year 9 or year 10, but I honestly, well done. Okay, this first tip is for people who start in year 9. All the rest of the tips will be universal. Do a GCSE earlier. I wanted to do 3 earlier: RS, French and Spanish. I could only do Spanish earlier because I only decided I wanted to do French. It was a bit late, I couldn't sign up and it was like eh. And then with RS, if I did RS last year, I could have banged out a 7. So we came to the mutual agreement, sis, should you really try to do it a year earlier? No, just wait till next year and bang out a 9 instead. But anyway, doing GCSEs earlier gives you more time to focus on other subjects and revise. And if your school offers that, if your school allows that, please, I beg you to do it. I really genuinely wish I did 3 last year so I'd only have 9 this year, because it'd be easier for me to balance. Even if you're not someone who's struggling, because I'm not particularly struggling to balance these subjects, but I just think it would be easier on myself. Try to see if you can do a GCSE a year earlier, so in year 10 instead. Let's get to the generic tips. 1, get your textbooks ASAP. Get them as soon as possible. I got my science textbooks like day dot. Start of year 9, got those textbooks. I got some stuff even before school started. So the history textbooks, got them before school started. RS textbooks, ordered them before school started. Like that summer from year 8 to year 9 or year 9 to year 10, I got a lot of textbooks. And it was kind of useful for me as well, because at that time, it was like when people who were the first year to do GCSEs were getting books, a lot of people accidentally ordered the wrong textbooks, so they were selling brand new books secondhand, etc. So I managed to cop some deals on some of my books, which is very useful, especially because, like, I know the French textbooks, for example, is like £25, like, yikes. Same goes for revision, guys. Get them ASAP. And I would say before your first year, so it depends when you're watching this, the year before your first, or year 8 or year 9, talk to your teachers and be like, sis, what should I do over the summer? For English, they were like, read those books, watch those movies, get that down. Optimize your time, because you have a lot more free time in that summer, so make sure you're doing things that are helpful to you. I mean, GCSE math is math is math is math. So do some maths practice to make sure you don't forget everything. Optimize your time as you're going into year 9 or year 10. Next, revision guides. You can get them from year 11. Some year 11s will give them away for free. I know that I got some of my literature ones from a friend. Other people will sell their notes and sell revision resources. That's what I chose to do with Spanish. The people who are selling them tend to be people who have really comprehensive notes with additional resources. And if someone is trying to sell you something and it's like mediocre, maybe don't. Because, like, literally with me, the stuff that I gave away, like, had conjugation tables in there, it had examples of this, it had how to do it. It was so comprehensive. So make sure you don't get scammed by year 11s, because year 11s are probably just looking for cash to spend in the summer. I'm not trying to stereotype. Next things next, work out your study style. Year 9 or year 10, it's not that it doesn't matter, it does matter, because it's so crucial for your foundations. But the results you get in tests, you can afford to do badly. I can't afford to do badly in tests now. If I'm doing badly in tests, my teachers are like, sis, what's going on? I'm like confused. I'm like, GCSEs are 130 days away. I can't afford this. I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna fail. But in year 9, you can try different revision techniques. You can see how you learn best, what works for you. I have a playlist on study styles. It'll be linked somewhere, hopefully. I'm gonna add more videos to that in the coming future, but literally work out what works for you. And you have to understand, one method doesn't work for every subject. That was my mistake. Work that out ASAP. Work out, this is how I revise literature, this is how I revise business studies, this is how I revise drama. Work it out, get it on lockdown, so that year 10 and year 11 are a breeze. You don't have to be like, it's not working, I need to do diffusion to learn, the diffusion's not working. Like, you'll be fine. Okay, next, specifications. tick lists and PLCs. In case you haven't watched my older videos, a PLC is a tick list that's personalized to you. Get those things ASAP and make sure you are organized in your first year. You're not going to be using tick lists and PLCs at first because you don't know anything, but it's the principle. Read ahead if you can, where you can, because I understand you can't read ahead for certain subjects, but for me, I read ahead for literature, I read ahead for science. So thank you, past me, thank you so much. I read all the paper 1 topics and I wrote notes, like in-depth notes on them, and that helped me with my last mocks. Like, I'm so grateful to the old me. And another thing, you're gonna walk in a different way to your lessons because you're gonna be at least semi-confident. Even if you don't understand what the textbook is saying, you've heard this stuff before, so it's not gonna be as much of a hit to the face when you're in the lesson as it will be for other people. And it's more useful for you because you've heard the stuff more. It's useful, so make sure you do that. Don't fall behind, sis. There are some subjects you can afford to fall behind. Like with me, I neglected short stories for literature. I'm only just doing them now, like, that's okay. I also neglected surds, indices. I was out of school for a while in year 9 and I missed a lot of maths, and now I have gaps in my mathematical knowledge and I'm not thriving. I'm struggling because can I do surds? What's an indice? I've had to learn these things based on context in a paper, and I've never actually gone back to sit down and be like, yo, let's learn how to do this. So make sure you don't leave any gaps. Please, I'm begging you, just stay on top of your work, because by the time you get into year 11, you need to have good habits that are going to help you make GCSEs a breeze, so it's easy for you, okay? Whether a breeze means getting straight 9s or getting straight 5s, okay? Make GCSEs work for you. With that said, as always, make sure you wonderful people smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard, share this video with anyone who you think it would be useful for, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!